Hi, welcome. Thanks so much for joining me. Let's get started. So I'm going to start here with some Distress Oxide inks, and I have a 6x6 piece of white cardstock. And what we're going to be doing is we're just going to really saturate this with some color. So I'm just going to do 3 different layers, and you can use whatever colors you want. But when you put this color on, you want to make sure you're really saturating it and putting on at least 2 or 3 layers of it. I'm going to go really light here where the colors mix, and the reason why is because if we're going to press lightly where those colors blend together, when we go back over it, they're going to blend together better, and it's going to not have such harsh lines in it. So I'm going to finish putting on my deepest color here, and I would recommend going from light to dark regardless of what colors you choose. And once it's all blended, like I said, go over this 2 or 3 times because you really want it saturated. Once that's blended, go ahead and let it just dry for a second. So I've got my party stencil here and some pixie spray. This stencil, by the way, is just my sample. Our stencils are a better quality than that, but I was so excited about it. I had to use my template because I just really wanted to show you guys what it looks like. So you can skip this step if you want to. I added some white pigment ink over the top of it because when the glitter gel went on top of it, I wanted it to kind of almost change the color of the background almost. So it's a slightly lighter shade, so when this glitter gel goes on top and when it dries, you'll see it almost looks like it's picked up different colors. And like I said, you can skip that step if you want to. I'll be sure and have all the supplies I'm using listed below. So there you have it. So you're going to want to take this and set it aside to dry. It's pretty now, but you guys, it's so much prettier when you get done. So I've got my zebra stamped and I fussy cut them out, ready to go. And then I've got my colors off here to the side. You're going to need an acrylic block as well as a blender pen for this. So I'm going to put on some music while I color, but for this first portion here, I wanted to show you some techniques. When you're coloring zebra stripes, especially when you're coloring these small sections, fewer colors is really better. So I'm going to use that BV31 to lay down first, and then I'm going to go in with this medium shade of BV25, and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of feather it in, and I'm going to outline that stripe just a little bit. And the purpose is you just want to have a little bit of shadow and highlight in this stripe. You know, you could just color it one solid color, but if it's all black, it makes it kind of hard sometimes to see her cute little facial features. So that's why I like doing a little bit of dark and medium and light in there. So I'm going to come in with my dark and use that as my shadow for the hair. And then I'm just going to put a little bit around the edge and the underneath part. So you can see that it's pretty dark, but that highlight's really going to be great. So obviously it's not blended right now. So we're going to go back to our medium. And we're going to get close to our darkest shade so that blends. And now what you have left is this kind of light purple spot in there. And you can see it doesn't really blend, right? I mean, it really stands out. It just looks like a white lump. So we're going to take that acrylic block and we're going to take our medium shade of BV25 and we'll pick it up with our BV31, our lightest shade, and then go over it and it'll blend together so much better. So now we have a stripe that's got some depth and some shadow. And you can go over that as many times as you want. But go ahead and complete the rest of the stripes on the zebra doing that exact same technique. So I'm just going to let you kick back, relax, and enjoy. Well, she's mostly colored and looking mighty cute, but I thought I'd pop back in here to talk about this little sucker. So it's a little tiny lollipop that's sticking inside the cupcake, and what we're going to do is go over that with B00 and then B02. And the reason why you want to add that kind of darker tones, like this B05 towards the edge, is we want it to look like there's a lollipop there that the zebra's looking through. So once you lay down one layer of that color, you're going to repeat those steps and go over it again. And you want to make sure that you are coloring over the highlight of the eye, because like I said, if she's looking through the lollipop, it would be blue, right? It wouldn't be white. So make sure you lay down that lightest color, and then you're going to add a little bit of medium, and when you do the dark, outline the edges of it. So now that the lollipop's done, look at that, you guys. Is that not the most stunning piece of paper? Like, I want to make so many of them, like serious. So we're going to put it down here on this card base here. I've just put some purple pattern paper behind it. Oh my God, say that 3 times fast. And we're going to use some double-sided tape because it is really thick and heavy, and we want it to absolutely be on that card and not come off. So I highly recommend using double-sided tape for that. And because we're working on that chunky surface, I'm also going to be using double-sided tape for the other pieces that I'm putting on the card, because it's really easy for it to pop off, so you want a strong adhesive. So I've just used a scallop circle here and some pattern paper, and then I thought we worked so hard on our Pickles the zebra, so she needs to stand out. So we're going to put some foam tape on her and just pop her up and have her on that circle so she really stands out. And then I have this cute little tag, and I stamped "Treat Yourself" on there. And I thought, you know, it'd be really cute. It's just a little piece of twine. And so I tied a bow, and then you can put your foam tape over the back, and it holds your bow in place perfectly. So I'm just going to place that down in the bottom right-hand corner, and then I'm going to take a gel pen, and I thought, you know, I'm going to do a little highlight on the cherries, a little bit of highlight on the sucker, and maybe some on her little hooves. So I like to lay my embellishments out before I use it, and then I'll go back out with my glue and my little picker-upper, and makes it a lot easier to put all that down. So there you see it completed. It's bright and glittery and fun. And then we've got these great new sentiment stamps that came out. And so you can see there, they're kind of fun. They're sassy. It's a combination of stamps from our Sassy Sentiments 1.0. I hope you guys loved it. I hope you enjoyed the card. And I hope you definitely try this technique at home. And if you do, leave the comments in below. Let us know what you thought of it. And be sure to post anything you make in our group. And be sure to check sassyandcrafty.com, because right now our August release is coming out. We definitely want you to go check those products out, and join us in our social media. We'd love to have you there. It's so much fun to interact with you because you inspire us.